Guys, it's here. 318 Wave 1. And I'm downloading it as we speak. I'm so excited. Alright. Go. Calm. Right, so apparently it came out like 2 or 3 hours ago, and I didn't know. I was playing Axion on freaking Twitch, and I missed the first 2 or 3 hours of it. But anyway, guys, obviously our Star Citizen Alpha 3.18.0 PTU is Wave 1. Hallelujah. Right, so audience is Wave 1. Server is US only for now. So guys, if you are trying to test it, make sure you do select the US servers. Database reset, yes. Long-term persistence enabled. Pledge copied, enabled. Testing focus, salvage, platform, security post-courier, courier delivery missions, sandbox, Drake Vulture, sand caves, Daymar crash sites, Stanton Racetrack, Great Cat PTV, New Rivers, additional derelict outposts, restricted areas version 3? Okay. And Arena Commander quality of life. And a partridge. Right, known issues. Character customizer gets stuck on saving character on the front end. Items appear to not be removed from the player's inventory when they sell them or they hand them to the contraband kiosk. Location. Daymar. Walking in the hills near the Whistle's crypt can potentially kill or wound the player. Inventory. Equipment gear can be lost when the player dies in the armistice zones. Scanning. Note showing advanced statistics and details. Vulture collision too fragile and explodes after colliding softly. Could be an issue. Multi-core elevators, doors open mid-transition. Merlin does not undock from the constellation. Mercury Star Runner only has 6 SCU of cargo. Stand ship features. Reclaimer has no rear elevator interaction. Multi-vehicle stand. Vehicles feature hitbox desync. Vehicles do not take damage when attacked at a certain part of its hull. External inventory. Loot boxes will eventually load indefinitely. Transit. Elevators and trams are jittery. UI. Vehicle HUD. It's possible for the vehicle HUD to vanish during flight and combat. Variances only. Weapon features. Multi-tool variances display healing info regardless of attachments. Orison mission content. AI is still getting stuck at HMRA and appears to be missing at BWDG, and the infantry loot boxes will disappear upon approach. New features. Guys, get a drink, pause this, get a drink, because this patch note is 4 pages long. Yeah, not kidding. Daymar crash site. Addition to large derelict settlements on Daymar using parts of the Star Runner and the 600i will also have some HABs adapt to the biome to create points of interest which include missions. Very, very cool. So we got like rundown HABs and stuff now too. Sand Cave Archetypes. The addition of the new Sand Cave Archetype across multiple platforms and planets and moons in the Stanton system, including Hurston, Magna, Ida, Daymar, and Walla. Each of their own 20 unique sand caves formations. These new sand caves include brand new land crusting known as the Stonebug, crustaceans known as the Stonebug, and its new harvestable, the Stonebug shell. Stanton racetrack locations. In addition to many of the racetrack locations in Stanton, with this update we're including 6 new and community-driven racetrack locations in the Persistent universe. So they are, very, very quickly, the racing tracks include Hurston, Lawville Gates. So that's the start of the time trial mission. Daymar, Yada Valley. Orison, Captain Stadium. Grimhex Miners, Landman. Erupra, Icebreaker. And ArtCorp, the Skyscraper. Grey Cat PTV Racetrack. Implementing a racetrack into the Orison Vision Center on Crusader. Physicalized cargo, Tier 0. This refactor of the ship's cargo system will allow for both found and purchased cargo to be picked up and moved around and placed into the cargo grid of a ship. The cargo system has been completely rewritten, and this will with this refactor, the cargo boxes that you see in the ship, the actual individual boxes which can be added and removed from the grid via the use of tractor beams and the Snap 2 grid for perfect placement. As a part of this refactor, we built the commodity kiosk UI in building blocks which will be used to buy sell cargo. Security port for Kreia has taken a more central role in Star Citizen. It's now full-time staffed by a bunch of very angry AI, who, by the way, are actually functioning better than they would be normally, by the way. The stand will be off limits to all civilians, so the station will be off limits to all civilians unless given prior authorization. Kreia has undergone a full redesign polish, including new evidence and contraband processing facilities. So basically, killed all the guards, big boss comes out, kill him, search for codes, go into the room, steal a whole bunch of drugs. So, platform on security price Orison. So it's a platform on Orison. Addition to bounty assignments, assassinations, clear all. There are other missions that take place on the inspirational park platforms created for Siege of Orison. So this includes eliminate all missions, current UFG missions for the island, and they'll be played tasked with killing everyone in a given building. Now do keep in mind some of these are bugged, some of the AI are missing, and some just don't spawn, and some are stuck in walls. So new mission time trials for racing. So I'm just going to skip through. So this guy's obviously salvage. We know all about salvage. You got the vulture and you've got the reclaimer, as well as FPS hand salvage. So that's vehicle salvage scraping there, FPS hand scraping. Sandbox prison activities. So obviously they've added that black zone into the prison where you can go through and you can actually do missions and allow you to escape. So requesting a landing has a new default binding, which is Alt-N. The ship's vulture is in the game. Weapons, Greycap multi-tool salvage attachment. Persistent energy streaming implementation of PEZ. Core tech into Star Citizen. Booyah! So I'm a little excited. Location, small derelict outpost expansion in Stanton. In addition to 30 new small derelict outpost locations across the planet-side location of Stanton, the additional variances of those placed on Microtech in 317. So there's 30 more locations for derelict outposts. Cool. New rivers in Stanton, adding dozens of additional rivers and lakes on Microtech and Hurston, setting up the biome-specific object rule set and bodies of water. Added parallax interior window shader for buildings around the landing zones and restricted area access version 3. So this completely reworks the restricted area tech around the landing zones. Instead of ships being autopiloted away or destroyed upon re-entry, a restricted area, players are now given a more freedom to fly and maneuver around the cities. Upon entering a restricted area, players will be now given a text warning and a countdown. A new arrow pointing towards an exit. If the countdown ends, they go further into the restricted area. The player will be able to teleport it to safe location. The ship will be impounded and they'll receive a misdemeanor crime stat. Caterpillar crash sites version 1, so added AI to the Caterpillar crash sites and added kill specific and kill all missions. Derelict settlements version 2 reclaimers. General polish to the reclaimers, including buildings and general visual improvements. NPC loadout updates. Updated many of the NPC loadouts throughout the stat system with new shopkeeper outfits, earth fashioners, hospital surgeon outfits, hats, and upon... Right, yep, so they've given NPCs more clothing. Courier delivery missions. Added new locations for the delivery mission system. So Cure of Life inventory updates. Added the ability for long-term persistence, LTP, items to stack in inventory and added a transfer all button. Thank God for that. Added visual feedback, attempting to quick move an item that won't fit. We got lore systems improvements, but overall a bit of a new lore system to less punishing for players with low-level crime stats. Ship ground vehicles. So they've changed some of the speeds of the vehicles. So Cyclone RC has gone up to 38. Cyclone RN has gone up to 35. Cyclone has gone up to 34. Ursa Rover has gone up to 29. The Ballista has gone down to 25. The Nova has gone down to 25. The Mule has gone down to 32. The Rock has gone down to 32. Rock DS is 28. And PTV is down to 20. They've also increased the shield down delay from 5 to 10 seconds. Greatly increased the hull health of the 600i. They've enabled Gen 12 rendering. Well done, boys. Well done. Updated community kiosks to building block tech. Right, so bug fixing. There's not a lot of bugs. Considering PES, it's not a lot. They've really been hammering these bugs out, and the known issues is really kind of small. So it's really good. Fixed a bad token missing text on the main menu after server crash. Remote turret aim assist is broken. Hospital multi-locations, no flight suit or helmet or inventory when respawning at hospital. Stanton combat AI, underground facilities, missing NPC spawns to complete the mission. Location, elevator physics, hangars, elevators, collision grid pushes player through its path when called. We have that bugged every now and then. NPCs cutlass, black reinforcements do not exit ship. Corsair Cortec, when flying in a straight line in atmosphere, the Corsair will nose down without pilot input, making it hard to control when at speed. The commodity trading kiosk will not appear. Commodities will not appear in the commodity kiosks and cannot be sold. Orison Transit shuttle to Vision Center never arrives, gets stuck. Character loadout. After exiting Crusher, player may have no head or mobiGlas. Oh, thank God that's bad. Oh, I missed that bug. Ships drop out of quantum when pressing B or missile mode. Don't press missile mode. QT markers disappear when traveling between planetary markers until QT flash drive flashes, spoiling. Security post Kreia AI. Security AI are not spawning in their correct loadouts, causing them to cower and surrender. Oh, that's interesting. AI, Infantry, Orison, AI are not leaving their spawn closets. Bounty hunters, PvP, bounties do not complete if the target suicides. Star Runner, the player is not attached to the cockpit seat during or entering the animations. So that's been fixed as well. By the way, God, these are all been fixed. These are fixed bugs, I should say. Sorry, I'm trying to get through it. I just want to play. The Q-scope optics has no crosshairs, been fixed. Inner thought wheel black back exit button is missing, it's been fixed. And the Grey Cat STV vehicle player animation does not line up for female players, has been fixed. 8 client crashes, 6 server crashes, and then we've also got a bit of a Arena Commander patch. So PES has been successfully integrated into Arena Commander, added a grey screen effect when dead. The system will use white-black ships when in game mode. Sorry guys, thought I heard something outside. System used to white blacklist ships from game mode has been completely reworked. Bleed Out will now always award the shooter. Several UI systems have been updated with building blocks. 3 topmost score players in the game now get additional 2,000 rewards, 1,500 and 1,000 respectively. The team game mode victory now rewards 2,000 score, while defeat rewards 500. Top scoring player in the game mode will now be awarded MPV. Like I say, look, yeah, it's just... I might do a separate video when it comes to Arena Commander, maybe tomorrow or something. I just want to get in and play, no offense. But I am still downloading it, so we can keep going, actually. Let's keep going. So ballistic pickups and mounts have been increased. Items and vehicles should now appear alphabetically. Ships are now available in Arena Commander, which is the Hammerhead, the Reclaimer, the Vanguard, the Sentinel, Pisces, the Carrack, a whole bunch of ships actually. Bayou Defender, hoverbikes, Prospector, Hull A. Cool. Modes: increase player limit from free flight from 8 to 24. Decrease required player count from last man standing from 6 to 2. Remove third person camera from elimination. Last stand is now displayed in your objective as the top right of the screen. Duel, Battle Royale and Squadron Battle have been limited to light and medium combat ships. They've adjusted the skybox in Dying Star to match the upcoming Pyro system. Dying Star has undergone a visual pass, reducing the cloud density, glare and size of the smoke particles. There's been a whole bunch of bug fixing as well. They've closure rate marker fixed to give correct velocity towards the target rather than at foot speed. Damaging a friendly with a missile now correctly gives you a negative score based on the damage dealt. Damaging a friendly with a missile in mode where friendly fire is disabled will no longer damage the target. Explosions and collisions are now friendly fire rules. Last stand will no longer respawn an already spawned player at the start of a round. Duel mode should no longer affect Battle Royale leaderboards. Fix various issues with collision of asteroids and Broken Moon and Dying Star. Fixed an issue with missing geometry in Dying Star. Fixed various issues causing poor performance in Dying Star. Fixed various issues across Station Dilemma, Echo 11 and The Good Doctor. Fixed issues causing players would not be awarded the full score pool, most notably when getting headshots. Fixed an issue ships would duplicate repeatedly for players who were stuck on the loading screen. Fixed an issue where players would spawn into ships with missing components. Fixed an issue where players could spawn into a ship that had no seat. Fixed an issue where players would retain and recoil camera shaken from death to their respawn. Fixed an issue destroying another ship in Squadron Battle would get 10k points. Fixed an issue where players who killed themselves in Squadron Battle would be given their team negative 10 points. Fixed an issue where friendly fire would affect the team score. Fixed an issue occasionally where renting an item you would experience a large hang. Fixed an issue where bleed out kills display incorrectly. Fixed a crash when loading into empty team-based game mode. Fixed an issue where self-destruct award positive points. Fixed an issue where attacker would receive -1 if the target bleeds out. Fixed an issue where the marker for medpen and ammo containers was not appearing. Fixed an issue where attackers would be credited for kills against player. Fixed a crash when acquiring pickups. Fixed a crash on finishing elimination. And fixed a crash when joining team game modes. Fixed 10 other crashes, various optimizations to include playable arena, game rules, and rental services. Holy dooly, this is a hell of a patch. Now guys, obviously, if you remember Wave 1, it is subscribers and concierge. If you do go to download and it does, you get this red box with like an installer error, go into your Robert Space Industries folder and delete the PTU and reinstall it. I had that myself, but yeah, if you get the red installer error, just delete the folder and then reinstall the PTU. Seems to happen if it like crashes on the install. Apart from that, guys, obviously I will be playing it as soon as it's done, so I am going to go and quickly eat. And by the time I've done that and come back, it should be ready to go. Apart from that, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. Come and follow me on Twitch. I'll be playing for a little bit. I do have to go to bed sooner, though. Sooner rather than later. But guys, yeah, come and say hi. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. I'll see you in the verse. Follow me on Twitch.